Hi, Shalom, Shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well while learning the truth, 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say Shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, service, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere in your children, shalom. And in today's video is going to be titled, The Plagues Are Not Slack. You see, and it's going to be building off of this situation where you have occurring, where you got this fire going on. As you can see, it says Canyon Fire near Lake Peru burns 5,000 plus acres, thousands evacuated. And I guess this is going on in California. So like I said, man, the Lord is, attacking this place, Babylon and Great America, on all sides. You see certain regions, you got earthquakes occurring. Other places, you got floods and all type of other diverse storms. And now you got on the West Coast, you got fires going on. So like I said, these are all the signs from the Lord, and the Lord is the one that's ultimately allowing all of these things in which it is that we see happening, because the Lord is ultimately visiting this earth, man. You see, and a lot of people that don't realize it, they're about to realize it very soon, because these things like this are going to continue to happen, and they're going to continue to increase, you see, and get worse. Right. So I'm actually grab this precept that I got right here. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14. And I'm going to start at verse 16, right? It says, for yet greater evils, right? Meaning bad times, right? Then those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So that means each day that goes by is going to be worse than the day before. You see, things are going to get worse, man, in this place, man. You see? Verse 17, for look how much the world shall be weakened through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them. Talking about you people, man, that dwell therein. And this is what you see happening, man. Nothing but bad times. Everywhere you look in the news, everywhere you turn around and look at in this place, America, is something occurring. You see? And these things are being issued out from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. It said, thou should be visited, right, of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake, right, and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. You see, and fire goes into these actual fires that you see occurring, man, over there in Cali, man. You see, all of these things are the Lord's way of visiting and bringing forth judgment, man. You see, and I'm gonna actually look up that word visiting, right, in the blue letter for that precept, right? So bear with me real quick while I pull it up. But like I said, brothers and sisters, we're going to see more things like this occurring. Like I said, things are only going to get worse here in this place, America, man. You see, and this is the perfect time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians to begin right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, because, hey, these times are only going to get worse. Things are not getting better for this place, America, So I'm going to look up this word, right? Bear with me. And I'm going to look at that word visited, right? Right. So I'm going to look at it real quick. Go down. So this is the word visit on a blue letter. As you can see, I'm going to let it play.
Strong's H6485. Pakad.
Right. So pakad or pakad. Right. And you go down and it means, right, it says to punish, right, to visit, right, to reckon, to attend to, you see. But I'm going to focus on that word where you see it says punish. You see, because that's ultimately the time and season that we're in, where Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is punishing this earth, man. You see, and especially this place, America. So that's why you're going to continue to see situations like this ultimately occur in this place, man. And things are only going to get worse as time goes on. It tells you in 2 Timothy 3:1 that in the last days perilous times shall come. You see, you go into that word perilous, it goes into times of uncertainty. So we're living in times where, hey, anything is bound to happen at any given time, because we're at the end, man. You see, so things are going to continue to keep escalating and getting worse, and these are also those spirits, man, that the Lord has that are created for vengeance, right? And I'm going to actually grab that precept, right? This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. It said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lounge so strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, you see. And it gives you a list of the things in which it is that the Heavenly Father and His Son uses for vengeance, or uses to bring forth a lot of judgment, right? It says fire, right? These fires that are going on, you see, those are spirits created for vengeance, right? Hail, famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance, man. You see? Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, right? Verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So like I said before, the Heavenly Father is ultimately the one that is bringing all of these judgments to this earth, man. He's allowing all of these situations that we see occurring, happening, man. You know, he's bringing these things to light. You see, these are his judgments that are coming upon this place, you see. So, yeah, I'm going to get back into this video. We're going to watch it and see what they're talking about. And I'm going to grab a few more precepts. All right. So, fair use on 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not getting paid for this video. This is only for educational purposes, only fair use.
Here are the latest numbers from CAL FIRE. 5,370 acres burned, 25% containment, mandatory evacuation orders for 3,000 residents still in place. Homes, structures have been lost. We don't have any official confirmation on how many just yet.
For the latest on the wildfire, we go out live to Fox 11's Laura Diaz in Castaic. Laura, how's it looking out there?
Well, where we are is very safe, but as you just mentioned, thousands of people have evacuated because of this explosive fire. Tonight, I'm bringing you an update of a man that we interviewed yesterday. He chose not to evacuate, even though the fire was surrounding his property. Looking over your shoulder, I can see the blackened hillside.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty scary. It got really close. You can feel the heat, too.
Carlos Rodriguez is used to drama. His Silver Strand Ranch in Castaic often used for movie shoots. But in the last 24 hours, the danger wasn't pretend. It was real, as his 200-acre ranch was surrounded by flames. Fox 11 on the scene Thursday as the canyon fire erupted east of Lake Piru and spread into Carlos's property in LA County. Things looked bleak. Friday, we were back. Miraculously, Carlos Stecco home still standing. We walked with Carlos. Signs of how precariously close the flames came to his home were everywhere, on every side. Carlos only slept an hour throughout the firefight, but he's clear on the emotions in his heart.
Probably around 3, 4 o'clock, you start seeing flames, all the way up to about 4 o'clock in the morning. We still had helicopters and airplanes dropping material. We had the fire department here, the sheriff department from Santa Clarita. We had so many people here trying to save the ranch, and I tell you, without them, I would have lost everything. So I am so grateful to these guys. Yeah.
You feel like a lucky man.
Oh, not only lucky, I feel blessed.
He is very blessed. In fact, they were using his property as a command post. We were there just a little bit earlier today, as you just saw. You still saw a lot of the fire department there on the scene. He says he thinks he'll be out of the woods maybe later today, but he was breathing a sigh of relief that he made it through the night. I'm Laura Diaz reporting live from Castaic, sending it back.
All right, so you brothers and sisters watched the video and got a gist of what it is that's happening. But like I said, we're living in a time where the Lord is bringing a lot of judgment, man. You see, things are coming from all sides, man. You see, so I'm actually grab this real quick. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, man. Because like I said before, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the one that's bringing these things to this earth, man. You see, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things, man. Amos 3:6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? You see? So like I said before, the Lord is the one bringing these plagues, man, and they're going to only intensify as time moves on. Right? So I'm going to read this verse in 2nd Esdras chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 8 and I'm going to just move down. It says, the mighty Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, sendeth the plagues, you see, And these plagues, we're seeing them happening all throughout the world, you know, and especially in this place, America, Babylon the Great. Like I was mentioning earlier, going into all of these storms you got happening, all of these job layoffs, people losing their job and things like that, people suffering, poverty at an all-time high, people not being able to afford food, you see, etc. All of these things are plagues, man. You see? So it says the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, meaning the evils, man. You see? And who is he that can drive them away? Right? The answer is no one, man. You see? So I'm going to move on down in the verse. So bear with me. Or in the chapter, I should say. And I'm going to go to verse 37. It said, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Right? You see? And I'm going to actually look up that word slack for edification's sake. Because these plagues that are coming, you see, that we see occurring now, they're not slack. Which means, guess what? I'm finna look up the word, right? They're going to continue to increase, you know, things are going to keep coming and coming and coming. You know, it's not going to stop, right? So this the definition of the word slack, right? On the AI overview on Google, you see, and it goes into, let me see, I'm trying to get the correct definition, right? But let me look up another meaning. Bear with me, Salakia. Right? So basically, you brothers and sisters got a gist of what it is I'm basically trying to say. The word slack basically goes into, you know, things are not going to let up. You know, that just roughly paraphrasing the definition of it, you know, so things are not going to slack up. Things are not going to get easier. You see, things are only going to get more intense and intense and intense as time ultimately progresses, you see. So like I said, things are only going to get worse in this place, man. So I'm going to get back to where I left off at. It said, behold, Salakia, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, right? Verse 36, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. You see, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn. Talking about you people, man. You see, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, just like you got happening now. Things are happening on all sides, man. You see, but like I said, it's only going to get worse. Right. So this is the spirit that us hopeful like brothers and sisters got to be in this time, knowing that ultimately we're in these times and seasons. This is verse 40. It says, oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, right, be even as pilgrims upon the earth, which means, guess what? When things happen, you got to be ready to move. You see, pilgrims are, you know, people that are constantly on the move, man. You're not being in one place for too long. And that's what's soon to come. Going to be a lot of us brothers and sisters' lives in the very near future, man. Because like I said, these evils are going to only increase. You know, things are only going to get worse right here, man. We're only in the beginning of the greatest sorrows that the Lord is about to bring upon this earth, man. You know, so, yeah, this is pretty much everything I got to say with today's video. Like I said, just a quick hit, just, you know, news on things that are taking place. Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying. You know, to the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.